Or when you see an American flag posted outside somebody's crib nowadays, it's like a Confederate flag. And I don't mean
Oh, it's worse than that. These people have forgotten that patriotism is a house in the heart. It affects what you do, not just how you think. That's a common American problem, and it's the reason why America hasn't exploded at this point, especially after what we saw yesterday from the Supreme Court. For me, when I see an American flag, especially where I am in the South, it doesn't just remind me of the Confederate flag. It doesn't just make me uncomfortable. It makes me know that that household is likely fascist leaning, and that they are also, there's a high probability here in the South that they are conservative Christian nationalists, and they are people who are fully willing to have authoritarian leaders. They're fully willing to have fascism as long as they can force everyone else to become Christian nationalists. You really need to understand that they're no joke, and they come in all shades of everything. It's not just a black thing. It's not just a white thing. Christian nationalism has been something that has been baked in, like Zionism has been baked into the cult of current Christianity and other ethnic groups. They thoroughly believe that in order to get power and control of their environments and how things are, that they have to institute a theocracy of some kind. Christianity is just a means of getting power and control. It has always been that way. It will always be an empire. It will always be a harlot that opens up its legs and gives pleasure to those who want to use it. Works every time. People believe they're going to go to hell because they fight the power structure and those who victimize them. The religion is warped and switched up and changed so that the victims don't even go after their victimizers. They try to forgive them in some psychotic forgiveness ritual in which they hold and take hands with the people who have just raped, pillaged, taken all of their money, committed theft, fraud, and whatever. It's why these mega pastors still get a pass. They stand up in their pulpits and they lie about what they did. And then they talk about how all sin and fall short of the glory of God. And then they ask people for more than 10% of their income, none of which is biblical. In America, we have a problem. We have a serious problem. We refuse to rise up because most people have just enough privilege and just enough power and just this false belief, and they're full of magical thinking and a lack of critical thinking, which is what was instilled in them since a very young age, that they don't bite this, that they literally think they have a hope of something better if the president changes. And the sad part about this is, even if a Democrat gains the White House, Democrats have been using fascism. We've been seeing it from the Biden administration, when students express beliefs that the Biden administration, that their Zionist leaning handlers don't like. They use fascism to demonize them as terrorists, as anti-Semites, and they're just using the First Amendment. I mean, no matter the flag, no matter the leanings, no matter what, the corruption has to stop. And unfortunately, they're about to double down using fascism. So we're at the precipice of seeing change. And that's why they're doubling down with the fascism, with the authoritarianism, with the fact that the president is immune. It would be great right now if Biden would take that immunity and use it. But we're not going to see it. Biden's not going to use his immunity in a way that could really do something radical and solidify the fact that Democrats would be elected. This is the time where Democrats would be able to do things that would make them the party of choice for the average voter forever. But the truth is what we're about to see is, if it's not Trump, then it will be a do nothing Democrat. The do nothing Democrat will then cause there to be a radicalized and rabid Republican to come after them in 2029. When that radicalized Republican comes into power, Project 2025 is just going to be pushed forward for Project 2029. I mean, they're already implementing parts of Project 2025. I just don't think people are paying attention. Power will flip in 2029. I suspect it'll flip now, just the position itself from Democrat to Republican because of what we're seeing, despite the fact that Trump is an incorrigible, inconsistent liar who will do nothing for anyone but himself. So vote.